Hi, I'm Paul. This is the Khan Academy Algebra 1 Course Mastery Challenge. So we get 30 questions to show our mastery of Algebra 1. The exciting thing is that the questions are randomized, so I can't take the test and get all the answers and then take the test again and get all the answers right because I already know them. So let's get started. Let's see. Okay, HT equals. All right. Oh, give me a minute to look at this. Okay, so it depends on what the input is. And the input in this case is 0, so we're looking at the middle equation there, where t is between -3 and 3. So we got t is t plus 4, 0 equals 0 times 0 plus 4 is 0. Emily is a school district manager. Here's some details about 2 schools in her district for the last school year. Okay. I can go over all those just yet until I know what the question is. Analia wants to know which school has higher academic achievements relative to the number of teachers per student. Analia thought of 2 different ways to define this quantity. Identify these 2 definitions among the following options. Okay. So here's the options. 2 different ways to define this quantity. Identify the 2. Okay. A, graduation rate divided by number of teachers. No, because what we're looking for is something relative to the number of teachers per student, not just the number of teachers. So actually we can eliminate A and C because it doesn't mention teachers per student at all. So the only answers we can use here are B and D. Oh, there's another part of the question. Determine which school has higher academic achievements relative to the number of teachers per student according to the 2 definitions. Did you get the same result for both definitions? All right, we're going to go back and look. Okay, we're going to go back here and take a look. Graduation rate divided by teachers per student. Teachers per student. All right. School B has a lot more teachers per student. They have twice the number of teachers, but only 1/3 more well, they have twice the number of teachers and 1/3 more students. The graduation rate is higher, but it's not that much higher. So School A is going to get the win on that one. If we look down here at the SAT average, that's the second one, right? SAT average 1,200. Well, I mean, School A is higher, so School A has higher. Yeah, School A is better on both of those. All right. Number 3, table gives a few x, y pairs on a line in the coordinate plane. 3284, 2464. Okay, if you look at the x coordinates, the ones they've given us here are separated by 8 in each case. So when we go from 32 to 24, on the x coordinate, the y coordinate goes down by 20. When we go from 24 to 16, it goes down by 20. Every time x goes down by 8, y goes down by 20. The y-intercept is the point at which the x-coordinate is 0. So from these points, we're going to have to go down 8 2 more times. And so y is going to go down by 20 2 more times. So that is going to give us 0 and 4. Okay. Graph the function. All right. Graph the function 3x squared plus 1. Show calculator. Yeah. Well, okay. What kind of a calculator is it going to show us? Oh, like that? Okay. In that case, let me look at this for a second. We can just plug in some numbers here. If x equals 1, and we'll handle the plus 1 separately, but well, I guess we don't have to. I guess, okay, so plug in 0. That x squared is 0, 3, 0 plus 1. So the function at 0, x is 0, is 1. What about x equals 1? 1 squared is 1 times 3 is 3. Plus 1 is 4. And at that point, it's going to go off. It's going to go off the graph, but, you know, I wish it would go up a little bit more sharply, because if we plug in a little bit, if we plug in a 2, we're going to get 2 squared is 4 times 3 is 12 plus 1 is 13. 2 doesn't look like it's really going to hit 13. It looks like it's going to hit more at about 11. But the x is right. I'm sorry, the 0 is right. The 1 is right. And they only give us 2 points to plot. So I don't see what else to do with this. I'm going to submit that. It just doesn't look right. But, okay. Which expressions are equal to 4? 4 to the negative third over 4 to the negative 1. All right, so if we have numbers like this, the same number raised to a power, we subtract the exponents. So 4 to the negative third, 4 to the negative third over 4 to the negative 1. Subtract negative 1 from negative 3. In other words, add 1 to negative 3, and we get 4 to the negative 2. Which of these equals 4 to the negative 2? Well, A, if we subtract the exponents, 1 minus 3, that is 4 to the negative 2. This one, 1 over 4 squared, is the same as 4 to negative 2. So it asks us to choose 2 answers, and those are the 2 answers. Combine like terms to create an equivalent expression. Okay, well, the like terms would be negative 3.6 plus 1.2 equals negative 2.4, right? Okay, and then we have a 5.1 and a negative 1.9. 5.1, 5.1 minus 1.9 equals 3.2. Right? Well, I don't know if I can type an answer while I have the drawing on, but the answer is going to be 3.2t minus 2.4. Sorry, I had two different drawing things going on there. 3, wait. Okay, 3.2 t minus 2.4. All right. Which of the following equations have no solutions? Okay. Well, A has an infinite number of solutions. B, that doesn't have a solution. There really isn't any number that you can add 25 and subtract 25 and get the same number. C, there really is no number that you can add 25 and add 33 and get the same number. D, yeah, there is, yeah, you could, oh, wait a minute. Whoa. 33, so that's the same thing. No, there is no number that you can subtract 33 and add 25 and get the same number. Okay. Nelia read a book, cover to cover, single session at a rate of 55 pages. An hour after 4 hours, he had 300 what? Oh, I see. After 4 hours, he had 350 pages left to read. Let Y represent the number of pages left to read after X hours. Okay. Complete the equation for the relationship between the number of pages left and the number of hours. Okay, well, I mean, I think we can only solve it for this one book. So he's reading 55 pages an hour. After 4 hours, he had 350 pages left to read. Well, after 4 hours, he's read, wait, where's my pen? Where is my pen? So after 4 hours, he has read 55 times 4 equals 55, 110, 220. And he still has 350 pages to go. So that means that the book is 570 pages long. 570 pages. All right. So now again, I don't know if I can write here and enter an answer. But the answer is going to be 570 minus 55x. Okay, because he's got to read 570 pages. Every hour he knocks off 55. So that's what we're gonna use. Let me try to turn off some of these writing implements. What if I turn this off? Yeah, I knew that was going to go away. All right, now see, I still have to turn that off. All right, 570 minus 55x. Solve the system of equations. All right, so we might need a calculator. What happens here if, actually, let me turn that off. What kind of calculator is it going to show me? See, that's not the kind of calculator that I want. Let's do this. Let's just multiply this first equation, both sides by 5. Okay. And we'll get negative 10x plus 45y equals 55. Let's multiply this one down here by 2 on both sides. We'll get negative 10x plus 4y equals negative 68. All right, and then subtract. Let's just subtract everything. 10x minus 10x is 0. 45y minus 4y is 41y equals, and then subtract this. 55 minus 68, 115, 123. 123. Divide both sides by 41. Y equals 3. All right. Y equals 3. Now we can solve for x. Just plug, whoa. Okay, hold on. It's like you barely touch this thing and it zooms. I hate that. Y equals 3. Which one would we like to plug this into? 27. Let's plug it into this one. Let's plug it into the second one. All right. Negative. Oh no, that was my fault. That was my fault. All right, get the pen back. Plug it into the second one. Negative 5x. Y is 3 plus 6 equals negative 34. All right. Subtract 6 from both sides. Negative 5x equals negative 40. Okay. X equals 8. Y equals 3. X equals 8. X equals, well, let's do it this way. X equals 8. Y equals 3. And I've got to turn off the drawing. X is 8. Y is 3. All right, good. Evaluate E over 4 plus 2F minus 3 when E equals 12 and F equals 1/2. All right. E equals 12. So 12 over 4 is 3. I need a pen. 3. Plus 2F. F equals 1/2. 2 times 1/2 is 1. 3 plus 1 minus 3 is 1. So let's put that here, 1. Mark all the relative minimum points in the graph. Relative minimums. Okay. A little bit hard to see here, but this looks like a relative minimum to me. That as it goes down, it hits that point, starts to go back up. This looks like a relative minimum, and that's all I can see. Okay. 12. Complete the recursive formula of the geometric sequence. All right. Well, b of 1 is going to be the first element in the sequence. It's negative 0.3. Now, how are we getting from one to the next one? Well, it looks like we're multiplying it times negative 3 every time. So to get from negative 0.3 to 0.9, multiply times negative 3. Next one, multiply times negative 3. We'll put that in. Negative 3. All right. The expression 5 times 2 to the t gives the number of leaves on a plant as a function of the number of weeks since it was planted. What does 2 represent in this equation? All right, so here's a way to approach it. A function of the number of weeks. So t represents the number of weeks. Whoops. Let me get a pen here. T represents the number of weeks. T. Okay. We will let L, it's an L, represent the number of leaves. Now, if t is 0, then 2 to the t is 1 times 5, and we have 5 leaves. If t is 1, 2 to the t is 2 times 5 is 10. If t is 2, 2 to the t is 4 times 5 is 20. Let's do one more. If t is 3, 2 to the t is 8 times 5 is 40. So what is happening here? The number of leaves is doubling every week. And that is answer C. Complete the point-slope equation. Use exact numbers. Point-slope equation. All right, complete the point-slope equation of the line through -1, 6, and 1, 5. All right, point-slope. Point-slope formula is, write it here, y minus y sub 1 equals m times x minus x sub 1, where m is the slope and x1, y1 is a point on the line. All right, so it looks like they're using the first point there, -1, 6, because they're using 6 as y1. So let's figure out the slope, and then we can do it. Slope, being rise over run. So the rise from -1, 6 to 1, 5, 6 to 5 is -1. The run from -1 to 1 is 2. All right, so that's the slope. So we can say I gotta stop leaning on this pad. It just zooms like crazy. So the answer is going to be y minus 6 equals negative 1/2 x plus 1. Why do I say it's x plus 1? Because it's x minus x1, and the x1 is right here. So x minus negative 1 is x plus 1. Negative 1/2 x plus 1. All right. Negative 1/2 times x plus 1. Y minus 6 equals negative 1/2 x plus 1. All right. F of what equals 13? All right, well, kind of back into this. F of t, negative 2 plus 5. So if we want it to equal 13, first of all, subtract 5. From 13, we get 8. So negative 2t needs to equal 8. What can we use for t to get 8? It would have to be negative 4. Graph the function. Oh boy. Graph the function. All right. Let me look at this for a second. I'm gonna do this like a piece at a time here. So let's let x equal 2. Actually, let's forget about the negative 1/2 and the negative 4. I mean minus 4 for right now. And let's just go with f of x equals x minus 2 squared. Now that's still going to be a parabola, but let's plug in something easy like 2. X is 2, so 2 minus 2 is 0. 0 squared is 0. So we've got 2, 0. Okay? Now, what about if x equals 0? And again, we're forgetting about the negative 1/2 and the minus 4, but if x is 0, if x is 0, we've got 0 minus 2, negative 2 squared is 4. Oh, you know what though? Maybe I am putting these in the wrong order. What if I put the 4 here and I put this one? Oh, it's going to do it upside down, really? I'm not crazy about that. Okay. So let's put it here. And let's do 4 then. Put 4 in there. We got 4 minus 2 is 2, and that also has to be 4. So let's go 4, 4, 4. All right. So that's x minus 2 squared. Now, if we did negative 1/2, it is going to flip the parabola upside down. Do I have more room down here? It's going to flip the parabola upside down, and it's going to stretch it by a factor of 2, meaning that not only would this flip from 4 to negative 4 down here, but it would stretch like that. Okay? And then, actually, maybe I should say a little bit more about that. Well, let's plug a number in to see how it works. So, I mean, let's plug the 4 in again. So we've got 4 minus 2 is 2 squared is 4. Now, if we multiply that times negative 1/2, it's negative 2. So we flipped it upside down, and we have stretched it by a factor of 2. All right, so that's why 4 is negative 2 here, And then the -4 just means let's move the whole thing down 1, oops, 2, 3, 4. It's going to make me move both of these, obviously. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay, yeah, that looks good. Okay. Square root of 25 over square root of 196. Well, we don't get a calculator here, but I know what the square root of 25 is. It's 5. And then is there a square root of 196? 15 square that's 225. That's too big. 13 is I think 169 is too small. What about 14? 14 is 14 times 10, 140. Plus 40 is 180. Plus 16. Yeah, I don't know why I don't know the square of 40, but anyway, it should be 5 over 14. All right. F of n equals -11 plus 22 times n minus 1. All right, complete the recursive formula. Well, f of 1 is -11. We are given that. If we look at the rest of it, we can plug some numbers in. So if n is 0, we're going to have we're always going to have the -11 plus, let's say n is 0. Well, we will have 22 times -1, so we will subtract 22. If n is 1, it's 0, the 22 goes away. If it's 2, you get 22 times 1. If n is 3, you've got 22 times 2. So it's just 22 times, well, 22 times n minus 1 as n increases. So the number increases by 22 every time n increases by 1. All right, we got like what looks like a sort of a sine wave here. Select the interval, well, yeah, okay. Select the interval where h of x is less than 0. First option, -3.5 to -2.5. -3.5 is here, and that is obviously not less than 0. Okay, how about from -2 to -1? Well, -2 is here, -1 is here, and it is less than 0 the whole way, so that has got to be the answer. Factor completely. All right. All right. Well, we can start by factoring out a 3 right here. Wow. It's kind of an ugly 3. Let's try it again. 3 x squared, 3x squared minus 1, 4. No. I'm sorry. I'm factoring it. Where's the eraser? 3x squared minus 3 goes into 147. That would be 49. Okay. Now that is a difference of squares in parentheses, so we can do it like this. 3 x plus 7 no, you just tap this thing a little bit. 3x plus 7, give me an eraser. X plus 7, I mean, you already know what this is, but it's x minus 7. All right. Let's get rid of the drawing, put that in. X plus 3, x plus 7, x minus 7, 3x plus 7, and x minus 7. Okay. What is the slope of the line x equals -1? X equals -1 is a vertical line, and the slope of vertical lines, the slope of a vertical line is undefined. Chanel has 100 meters of fencing to build a rectangular garden. The garden's area in square meters as a function of the garden's width, x, in meters, is modeled by area of x equals -x minus 25 squared plus 625. What side width will produce the maximum garden area? Yeah, it's kind of an interesting question. Okay, so here, look at this quantity here. The pen. Right here. X minus 25 squared. All right, so that has to be a non-negative number. All right? Has to be a non-negative number. And since it has to be a non-negative number, and there's a negative sign in front of it, taking it all together, it has to be a non-positive number. So we're trying to maximize, we're trying to maximize a of x. So we want to minimize this non-positive number. And the way we minimize it is by making it 0. And the way we make it 0 is to set x to 25. 25 minus 25, 0. All right, and we get the maximum, we will get the maximum area, 25. Okay. Lennox owns a big apple orchard. She ships her apples to various markets using a fleet of trucks every week. Each truck goes on 3 trips. For each trip, Lennox gets $300. On a single trip, a truck delivers 50 packs each. Okay. On a single trip, a truck delivers 50 packs, and each pack contains 12 kilograms of apples. Overall, Lennox sells $4,500 worth of apples in a week. Huh. It's not bad. Okay, so some of these numbers just look like distractors to me. Here's a key number, though, $4,500. And here's a key number, $300 a trip. So if we divide 4,500 by 300, that is 15 trips. 15 trips. Now the number of packs and kilograms doesn't seem to make any difference. It's just $300 per trip, so you need 15 trips. Each truck goes on 3 trips, and that means you got to have 5 trucks. So let's try that. Whoa. I must have hit that too fast. I mean, it was right, but I didn't mean to have it disappear that fast. Is 210 a solution of the system? Well, I don't know. An easy way to do it is just to plug it in. So I plug it in at the first one. We have negative 6 minus 40. So no, it's not a solution of the system. What is 1 equals negative 1/4 x plus 4 written in standard form? All right. Well, so they want us to get rid of that fraction, obviously. So let's start with that. Multiply both sides of the equation by 4, and we'll get 4 y equals negative x plus 16. Okay. So eliminate any answer that doesn't have 4y, which would be that one and that one. If we added x to both sides, we would have x plus 4y equals 16, which is answer D. Let's go with that. What is the slope of the line that contains these points? Okay, I need a pen here. Let's see. All right, so first of all, let's add 71t to both sides. That is going to eliminate it on the right side, and on the left side, we are going to get 23 t. Uh, 23t. And the 2. Subtract 2 from both sides. So we'll get 23t is less than or equal to 14 minus 2, 12. All right? We really should have this for t, so we can divide both sides by 23. 23. And that should be a t less than or equal to 12 over 23. We can't reduce that. T is less than or equal to 12 over 23. T less than or equal to 12 over 23. Factor completely. Yep. Okay, we factor this. Let's see, so 12 and 4, if we had 4 times 2 is 8, and so we could make 20 out of that. All right, so let's try this. Let's go negative 2x negative 2x. Okay, so the 12 is going to have to go the other way. So let's go negative 2x plus 12. And I don't know where that's coming from. And yeah, I don't know. We're going to have to do that and zoom it back out. It's not what I want, but negative 2x plus 12. And then over here we can have, all right, I got to admit I'm not sure what factor completely means here, whether that means take the 2 out first, but I mean we can factor it. So 48, if we did 12 times 4 to get 48, and then we could use 4 times 2 and get 8. 12 and 8 is 20. So yeah, we could make that work. Well, actually, we might as well just put it in. We might as well just put it in as the answer, because I think if they don't mean take the 2 out, then well, let's say we've got negative 2x. Negative 2x. The 12 cannot be on the other side. 12 has got to be on this side. Negative 2x plus 12. And then x minus 4. What is that going to do? So we've got 12x plus 8x is 20x. And we find 12 minus 4 is minus 48. So, I mean, that looks good to me. Not quite yet. Give it another try. Yeah, see, I think they want to take the 2 out. Yeah, I don't like that. Okay, we can factor the 2 out first. So let's say we've got this. We've got 2 times negative x squared, 2, and then we're going to have plus 10x, and that's 2, so we're going to have minus 24. All right, and then factor that. So the factor on that is we're going to have a negative x. We're going to have a positive x. We're going to have 6 and 4, but it's going to have to add up to 10. So the negative 6 is over here, plus 4, 2. Oh, don't do that. Come on. 2 times negative x plus 4, x minus 6. All right, let's try it. Am I going to be able to write like that? No. 2 negative x plus 4, x minus 6. 2 negative x plus 4, x minus 6. Try that. Okay. Well, oh, I thought that was the last one. Okay. Okay, one more. Which expressions are equivalent to x plus x plus x plus 2? So it's 3x plus 2. So that one is, obviously, 3 plus 2x, no. 3x plus 6, no. 2x plus 2 plus x, so that's 3x plus 2. So those are the two answers, right? All right, good. Done. Okay, that's it. Algebra 1, pretty good results. I didn't understand what they wanted on that one question, but it's a factoring question. We can factor it either way if we understand what they're asking for. So okay, I hope you enjoyed it, and feel free to like, subscribe, comment. See you next time.